should being the operative word there.
Nice. Well, sounds like you had a nice busy weekend.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to not having a busy weekend.
Yeah, not too much for Labor Day coming up.
I got a family reunion, but that'll be chill.
Ah,
So
nice.
what about you? You got anything going on?
Huh? It was a pretty nice weekend.
You did a
Hung
little
out with
bit of
some.
running.
Yeah, I did a nice 30K today.
I don't know.
That one.
I can't do that, man. I can't do that anymore.
I almost couldn't do it either. I got because a couple weeks ago I did a 25K for the first time, and it was hard, but I felt like I had more in the tank, so I wasn't too worried going to the 30K. But those last 5 kilometers beat me up. Like I like to do like a little systems check, every now and then when I'm running. Mine was clear, arms were feeling good. We didn't have stomach problems or like breathing problems or anything, but my legs were so heavy.
Yeah,
Like they just did not want to move.
Since I've gone hard into lifting, I can't run anymore.
you're too swole.
It's a lot of extra weight on your knees, and it's not comfortable or feasible.
I was happy that my knees and my joints weren't acting up at all. My legs were so tired.
Yeah.
And then I sat down after the run and I went, ooh. And then I got back up and went, oh.
Just every step.
Yes, it honestly was. There's maybe the little sidewalk leading to my apartment has maybe like a 5-degree decline. And walking down, I was like, oh.
Stumbling.
Yeah, just barely making it.
That's pretty rough. But quite an accomplishment. Well. You thinking you're going to go for a marathon then?
Yep. I'll need a little bit. I got my marathon in October, so.
Oh, okay. That's a lot closer.
Yes, I think with a little bit more training, I'll be able to get it there.
Yeah, you're pretty good. I mean, just got to get another
12 kilometers in.
12 kilometers, yeah.
Yeah.
That's nothing.
I mean, it's not that much. After 30 kilometers, it will be a bit more, as I found out today.
It's after you pop on the extra little bit.
I'm rationalizing with the fact that I had some Raising Cane's the night before and some beer, so maybe I didn't feel the best.
Man, I
didn't have any stomach problems.
That's the other thing I don't like. I can't drink the night before I do a big workout. Like I'll be dead. That'll kill me.
I was at a friend's place. We were watching that new War of the Worlds movies. War of the Worlds movie.
The one with fucking
Ice Cube. Yes,
Ice Cube in it.
It was so bad.
That was just an advertisement for Amazon, right?
Yes, very clearly. Also, I'm not sure if you work with the Microsoft Teams at all, but that movie will trigger you if you do.
Everyone at work uses it. I refuse to use it. I had one guy that kept trying to send me Teams messages, but then it would come to my email saying that they sent, because I wouldn't open it, and it's like, you got a message on Teams. So I would respond to him using the email thread. I hate it.
That movie, I'm not even joking, probably 30% of it takes place within Teams calls.
It was 20. Are they trying to pretend it's COVID still?
It must have been filmed around COVID, because it has a big COVID energy movie, even though it came out this year.
It took them that long to get it out?
I think they were unwilling to get it out. I would not have been proud of that movie.
Man, that one comes out and doesn't get canceled as a tax write-off, but fucking Coyote versus Acme gets canceled as a tax write-off. That's bullshit, man.
All I know is my friends had some beer, and it was like a nice citrusy orange beer.
That sounds good.
Which I'm a big fan of. I really like Blue Moons. But I go to drink it, and I'm like, this doesn't taste bad, but it reminds me of something that's not food, and I couldn't put my finger on it. And I took another sip and realized it tasted like
Pledge?
No, it tasted like the latex gloves that dentists use.
Oh.
Not in a terrible way, but it was off-putting in that way.
I cannot say I know what that tastes like.
When you go to the dentist, that kind of rubbery latex taste that dentist gloves give you.
No.
Oh, well. Do your dentists not use gloves?
No, they do, but
Did they just
I don't
they just spit in
traditionally
your
lick
mouth?
them.
Or they're in your mouth. Your
Yeah,
tongue's
but
there.
it's nowhere near my tongue. I can't remember the last time they touched my tongue with the gloves.
You gotta. I guess my dentist just manhandle me a bit more than yours do.
Either that, or you got a wandering tongue.
Look, I.
No.
where it goes, I don't
The
know.
dentist is talking to the fresh-haired dental hygienist. Now, don't freak out. This guy's got a little bit of liquor. He usually keeps it to just your fingers, but so long as you're wearing the gloves, you'll be fine.
I do not lick gloves.
I mean, it sounds like you lick the gloves.
No, that end we were at the dinner before. We were talking about childhood treats that we liked,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like things that made us nostalgic.
Oh God! What did you say?
Well, no, I said like Nutter Butters,
Okay.
right? The little Debbie ones.
Oh yeah, that's normal.
But my friend, she said that her nostalgic childhood treat was apples dipped in ketchup.
Oh, that's just gross.
So I'm like, well, we're stopping by the grocery store on the way home and buying apples. So we got like a gala and like we got a pair for a control group.
What is
and
the
a couple.
the control group?
Because we had to compare it against something.
That's a terrible pun, and you should feel bad.
Thank you. And to my surprise, it's pretty terrible.
Yeah, I could have told you that.
Yeah. She was really disappointed. She's like, this isn't good. I don't know why I thought this would be good.
That reminds me, one of my the family friends that we used to go over to have dinner with, their son would have ketchup sandwiches, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's just fucking 2 pieces of bread with a bunch of ketchup sprayed between them.
I like ketchup as much as the next guy, but like, geez.
I don't like ketchup
especially when it's on apples. You're not eating, it's not like apple flavor and ketchup flavor. You eat it, all the ketchup slides off, so you're just eating ketchup, and then you eat an apple.
You say that. My sister used to just, if there was ketchup left, she would just swipe it up on her finger and eat it. When she was really little.
I don't know. Maybe it was like a really nice artisan ketchup, but
it was not. I can say my parents were not buying a 3
artisanal
ketchup. That was, if we were lucky, it was name brand. Otherwise, it was store brand.
Ah. But that was my fuel, so maybe I could do better.
Yeah. Apples and ketchup. Okay, we got to move on. Let's start this before we devolve. Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to the Audio Shop Podcast. This week, we are talking about Abbey Road by the Beatles. Exactly what everyone wants. 2 more white guys on the internet to talk about the Beatles.
There just wasn't enough.
There's just not enough content of that.
We feel like they just haven't been commented on enough.
No, not at all.
And we're here to give our very original opinions, I'm sure.
Yeah, completely original. Listen, I'm coming at this from a Jeff Lynne mindset,
Of course. I mean, we have reviewed a couple Beatles albums before. We did Sgt. Pepper's.
Mm-hmm. Classic.
Let It Be. Please Please Me. And now Abbey Road.
Slowly working through. I was thinking we probably have done in total more solo Beatles than Beatles albums.
Yeah, between George Harrison, we did a couple Ringos. For some reason,
3 Ringos.
we should stop doing that. Well, I guess he keeps releasing new music. It's like, well, we gotta review the new Ringo.
It's fresh, but man, it's bad.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'm counting Wings as Paul McCartney solo stuff.
Yeah, I mean that's basically just Paul McCartney.
I mean, it's got a very particular sound to it. It's not just. It's also his wife.
It's mostly Paul McCartney.
Mostly Paul McCartney.
It's mostly a McCartney.
We've not done Cloud 9 yet, though, have we? By George Harrison.
We have not. I don't think I've ever listened to that one actually. We listened to Somewhere in England, and I'm pretty sure.
Did we do Somewhere in England? I know we did All Things Must Pass.
Yeah, we did.
The one that came out, 6 months after the Beatles broke up and was an hour long, just of all the music that John and Paul wouldn't let them write.
And it's like, one of the best post Beatles albums.
Yeah.
Turns out George could actually write.
Ringo,
Woo!
Yeah, you're saying before this has one of the 2 Ringo songs on it. The 2 that we know of. Who knows how many never saw the light of day?
I'm sure. I mean, he's released a lot of albums since then, so I'm sure they found a way. But I mean, in terms of history, do we have to even give a background to the Beatles?
What?
Right.
What are the Beatles?
What?
Cooper?
The Beatles were an English rock. They were a rock band formed in 1960, of course. John Lennon, Paul McCartney, George Harrison, Ringo Starr. I mean, they're literally the best-selling band of all time.
Is that still the case?
That is still the case. I think there's because I was looking it up. I think depending on how you count it, you could argue that Michael Jackson's outsold them, but it's like very neck and neck.
That kind of makes sense. Honestly, I'm surprised that nobody's passed yet.
I mean,
Taylor Swift is sure trying.
Well, part of it is, and the reason why they might, never pass is, obviously this is sold units in a world where streaming is, much more prevalent than 1960.
What are you talking about? Every time an album comes out, I buy it.
You're keeping Ringo afloat. But of course, best-selling group of all time. More accolades than you can shake a stick at.
Yeah.
So I won't even go through the list. But today we're reviewing Abbey Road, which is their 11th studio album, released in 1969. It is their last album, big air quotes, because it's the last album that they recorded, though Let It Be was released after the group's breakup in 1970. So
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, so technically Let It Be is their last released album, but this is their last album, like when they were all actually in the studio and making new material.
Because they weren't together for the longest time, were they?
No, 1960 to 1969.
Those personalities clashed hard and fast.
Hey, you got some good albums out of it, though.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, by the time this album was rolling around, obviously they kind of saw the writing on the wall. Though obviously it was a huge hit at the time as well.
Yeah, you don't. I mean,
it was an instant commercial success. Was surprised to see that it received mixed reviews upon release.
That's kind of crazy.
I found this quote: "Some critics found its music inauthentic and criticized perceived artificial elements in the production, whatever that means."
Synthesizer,
They just weren't ready for Octopus's Garden.
I guess.
But obviously, its critical reception has warmed considerably.
Yeah, I would say Abbey Road is probably the one album that everyone knows of the Beatles, if not just for the cover.
I mean, I would argue between this one and Sgt. Pepper's, right?
Yeah, well, I'll be honest, I don't see too many people reenacting the cover of Sgt. Pepper's.
Well, how do you reenact that cover? Gather you and your 60 closest friends.
Yeah. Get some really colorful clothing.
Yeah, and actually, the fun fact, John Lennon had already left the group before this album was released.
Damn.
So, but I don't think they officially dissolved until 1970.
So how'd they do Let It Be then? Was just Lennon not on that one at all then?
No. Let It Be was basically
stuff they had recorded prior to
studio. This. Yeah, basically not studio B-sides, but stuff they had recorded prior, and given over to who was the one who did the mixing on it? Is that guy's Christmas album that we listened to?
Oh, yeah, I know I can't remember his name, but
I'm trying to find the page, but Mr. Wall of Sound himself, basically did all the mixing. But yeah, so Let It Be was, yeah, technically their last released album, but it was all stuff that they recorded ahead of time. Some could argue that kind of shows in that album, but this isn't a Let It Be album. This is a Abbey Road album review.
Yeah. It would taken up the normal background time with just random twittering about the Beatles. But jumping into the first track, Coop, if you're ready.
Yeah, track number 1, Come Together. Which, I mean, right off the bat, right? You're gonna hit with the classic.
Yeah.
Uh,
Let's start off with the least useful suspect description from an eyewitness ever delivered.
huh?
He got toe
Oh,
during
you mean?
football.
Yeah, I mean, the lyrics on the song itself are kind of the late Beatles absurdity
Yes.
that they like to do. Yeah, he's got to be good looking. He's just so hard to see, that kind of thing.
Yeah. But like I said, least useful suspect description. I bet the drawer had a really hard time with that one.
Yeah, but it's also played over this really, I want to say like bluesy, like bassy, low key rock, undertone.
Yeah.
It's a very low key. It's a very subdued opening.
And the vocals are quite far back in the mix as well, but that it fits the vibe of the bass being all encompassing.
Yeah, no, I mean this song plays very cool. All right, like I said, very heavy like bass and blues like focus on this one.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean the song does pop open a little bit at like the 2 minute mark where they start to have like some guitar solos. But the lyrics themselves, like I said, played at a simmer.
Could have done without the weird moaning at the end, I'll say, though.
You didn't like it when John was whispering "come" in your ear?
No, that was... I don't think that one was being too discreet.
I mean, it's come together. They're just, he's asking you to come to him. Is that too much to ask?
Yeah, it is.
No, but this song has a definitive cool factor. I mean, it's one of their... it's hard to say the Beatles in terms of their best songs. It's definitely one of their more well-known songs.
Yeah, they definitely have some songs that are more well-known than others.
And I mean, we're going to be saying this for most of the songs on this album, but, obviously, even though their relationship had almost completely deteriorated at this point, now Paul McCartney and John Lennon still that writing duo, right? They could write a tune.
Mm-hmm. Jump into track 2 if you're ready, Goop.
Yes, track number 2, Something.
And I mean, this is when you know you're listening to the Beatles, right? You get that light bass in the right with organ and fun-filtered guitar in the left, completely balanced at all times.
I feel like they mostly had their studio stuff figured out by now, instead of like the stereo sound.
Yeah, not as bad as the early stuff, but this still isn't great.
I had no problem with it, frankly. I mean, it's got the kind of the bass in one side and some of the guitar on the other, but I mean, this is a George Harrison cut.
Mm-hmm.
Probably his most famous from the Beatles. But I mean, it's such a sweet love song.
Yeah, I'll be honest, doesn't really do a lot for me. I like the main guitar lick.
What?
But beyond that, it's okay.
You don't like Something?
It's okay.
I don't know. The super low key soft rock that kind of leads into the chorus with a little bit of synth underlining it. Ugh.
It's okay. There's another one that rises above for me.
Oh man, what about when the chorus leads in that first guitar solo?
I mean, it's good. It just, I don't know. It doesn't do it for me.
Sam, you can say you like the Beatles. It's fine.
I do, just not as much that part of the Beatles.
Fair enough. Fun fact: Frank Sinatra said that this was he was impressed with this song, calling it the greatest love song of the past 50 years.
Damn.
Even though he generally disapproved of the Beatles.
I believe it. I would definitely say that Sinatra's got better love songs than the Beatles.
Sinatra's very, what's the term? Not swarmy.
Wife beaty.
Schmaltzy. Well, that too, but he's got a big like, here's looking at you, kid. Vibe where it's like, okay.
Yeah. What are you talking about? My Way is totally not self-absorbed or.
I did it my way. I left the fridge door open every night. Oh, and also fun fact, I forgot to say, but in the last song, Ringo said that Come Together was his favorite Beatles song.
Okay, Ringo.
Which I find funny because it has extremely low-key drumming.
Probably because he just got to sit and listen to it.
Yeah, he's like, oh, this is a good song.
Okay. Jump into track 3 if you're ready.
Yes, track number 3. Now is the time for a change-up. Maxwell's Silver Hammer.
This one's a little more my speed. I always like how you can tell when it's a McCartney song.
Sam, you're such a weirdo.
Listen, just because I like McCartney's granny songs, which this is probably classified as, doesn't mean...
Oh, this is 100% his granny song.
He's always got to have one on the album. And Just Another Love Song is one of my favorite love songs, and that's a Wings one, and it's mainly McCartney.
That's true. I think you just have a love for music hall type music. This is very much pulling from very cheery theatrical performance.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I just really like McCartney's style. It's something about it. I like George Harrison, but there's only a couple of those songs that really stick out to me. But who doesn't love such an upbeat song about a deranged hammer murderer?
Yes, this song's lyrics are incredibly dark. I mean, it's not even like a metaphor. This is about a man named Maxwell who murders people with a silver hammer. And they have a fun little sound. And they have a fun little sound effect for whenever he's pounding people's skulls in.
Yeah, they got a hammer on anvil sound effect when during the chorus. Oh, I really love the chorus on this one.
I like this song too. But it's a wild song to have as like following something.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. But I can say this is actually a song I have sought out to listen to. It's
played obviously incredibly tongue in cheek, right? The super, happy boppy piano and guitar, over, the lyrics of Maxwell. The last lyric is literally him murdering the judge at his own trial.
Yeah.
All right, this is Paul being wacky. He even laughs at like the 1:15 mark. You can hear him break.
It's got a really fantastic spacey synth though in there that I forgot about.
Yeah, it does have like a little synth element here. This one I was reading up on the backgrounds for each of these songs, since obviously any Beatles song is like a whole Wikipedia page to itself. But this was a controversial song within the Beatles itself.
What?
While they're recording Abbey Road, the band devoted 4 full recording sessions just to this track, where McCartney just made them do it over and over again, and John, Ringo, and George all talk about how much they dislike this track. Ringo literally said, "This is the worst session ever for the worst track we've ever recorded."
It's a fantastic song. I mean, I get being mad in the moment, but it was totally worth it.
And also, I was I was reading some reviews of the song of when it came out, and again, I like this song, but these reviews were mean.
Really?
Here, let me just read. This ghastly miscalculation, of which there are countless equivalents on McCartney's sequence of solo albums, represents by far his worst lapse of taste under the auspices of the Beatles. Thus, Abbey Road embraces both extremes of McCartney, the clear-minded, sensitive caretaker of the Beatles, and the long medley, and the immature egoist who frittered away the group's patience and solidarity on nonsense like this.
Wow, that's rough.
Or, another good one, the sorriest aspect of Maxwell's Silver Hammer is thus the way it demonstrates how Paul's workmanlike tendency to build up his past successes has caused him to translate the genuinely charming novelty and subversive parody of When I'm 64 into a personal subgenre of glibly clever songs that devolved into the 2 years since Sgt. Pepper in the form of musical shtick.
Wow, that's rough. Did that guy write a review of Battle of Marston Moor? I'm curious about that one.
Or some borderline schmaltzy music hall inspired songs. Or even the secret admirer of Rocky Raccoon must draw the line. Which, okay, don't take pot shots at Rocky Raccoon. That's a good song.
Yeah.
So this was not seen kindly at the time.
Which is a shame because I really like it. I think it's
Yeah,
better than When I'm 64.
I actually agree. Yes. I mean, it's just so absurd.
And it's got some. It's so big. It's got a lot going on.
It's so dense. There's so much going on.
There's so much going on in every scene.
You think Paul ever does this at his live concerts anymore?
Do you think he's gotta? Who knows? He might not have the rights to.
Oh, he plays Beatles songs at his concerts all the time.
Does he really?
I doubt Ringo's got the rights for this one.
No, Ringo does not. Ringo has no rights for any Beatles songs. Does Ringo even tour?
Oh, he tours. He's touring right now.
Does anyone go?
Yeah, he's a Beatle. He's a Beatle.
Yeah, you keep working on that accent. Your Liverpudlian needs a little work.
Okay. Let's go into track number 4 if you're ready, Sam.
Yes, I'm ready.
Track number 4, Oh Darling.
So I had some trouble with this one.
Trouble how?
I was sitting here listening to it, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is a good Beatles song. Well, hold on. I thought this was a Christmas song. And it turns out that it is extremely similar to the point there's been, many people looking into it online of similarities to Please Come Home for Christmas. You probably know the Eagles version, but it was originally from 1960 by Charles Brown. And it's got some very similar vocal progressions. And that's what I was thinking of when I was listening to this.
I mean, the Beatles don't strike me as the kind to plagiarize.
No, but I think it's the structure of this. Well, they might have, but it's the structure of the song. Very simple piano line, very stripped back percussion, and then very over the top vocals.
That's fair. I mean, this is they all kind of sound the same to me, like a 50s throwback, kind of rockabilly vibe to it.
But it's
so. I mean, that song structure never really had much variation in it.
No, that's true. But it is quite similar.
I mean, that I can believe. It certainly sounds like your typical 50s throwback song.
Yeah.
I mean, still, it's fun. And Paul's going ham on the vocals for some reason.
Yes.
Like absolutely screaming his heart out on an instrumentation that is not supporting that energy.
Towards the end, this is getting as close, I think, as they get to the twist and shout early on. Like, that's not scream singing, that's just screaming.
John Lennon had this quote of, "Oh, Darling" was a great one of Paul's that he didn't sing too well. I always thought it could have been done better. It was more of my style than his. He wrote it, so what the hell? He's gonna sing it.
Rough. But I like the 60s or 50s throwback songs. I guess this was, when did this come out? This was the 60s, wasn't it?
Yeah, this was 60. I guess 69. It was right at the end.
Yeah. I would say it's more of a 50s style song.
Yeah. I mean, my stance has been made clear in terms of how I typically like these songs, but this one's all right.
What Cooper, every time we end an episode, you always finish like, man, when are we going to do a full Sock Hop album? I just can't get enough of that. I know I play it up on the podcast as not liking it, but...
Well, just listen to this song 9 times in a row. There you go. It's going to be the same experience. They don't have any variation.
Well, speaking of variation, you want to move on to track number 5?
I do. Track number 5, Octopus's Garden. The one Ringo Starr written song on this album. Mm-hmm. And in fact, the second and last Ringo Starr song ever made for the Beatles.
I will say, for how much people shit on this, I would say most people know the opening line. The opening vocal. Oh, no. I mean, this is a well-known song. I mean, not as well-known as his other song, which is also nautical themed. Yellow Submarine. That's one of the most popular Beatles songs.
Yes. I mean, I prefer this one to Yellow Submarine.
Really?
To be honest. I mean, Yellow Submarine's fun. It's got the little sound effects and everything. But this one's like an actual, song.
Yeah. I do like the sound effects, though. I think that wins me over in Yellow Submarine compared to this. We do get a little bit of that here. We get some bubbling and stuff in the background. And
Yeah, it still has a little bit of fun with it. I mean, it's got it's got Ringo's on the vocals, which it works for these songs. It's a very jaunty. He likes a good jaunty song.
He does.
And honestly, good guitar playing and piano playing. George Harrison helped him write this one. But and he also said Octopus's Garden is Ringo's song. It's only the second song Ringo wrote, and it's lovely.
I mean, yeah. Hey, for the 2 Beatles songs that he did, I
mean, he's 2 for 2.
Batting 100, man. That's
it's batting 1,000. 100 would be a tenth of the time.
Whatever. It's the turn of phrase. You know what I mean.
I guess if you take in every single one of his albums, then he's probably batting closer to 100.
He's probably batting about 10 if you take in all the albums. But,
and those bubble blowing is literally just them blowing bubbles into a glass of milk.
Why milk?
Why milk? That's just what they had on hand, in the studio.
Why? Hold on. Why did they have milk on hand in the studio and not water?
John, my voice is so ragged from "Oh Darling." I'll get you some milk. Pulls out. Do you want 2%? I'm feeling whole. Ooh, you.
Pulls up his
and
top.
Then they kissed.
You'll have to help me. One of the lesser known side effects of taking shit tons of LSD. But I would, of note in this one, Ringo's singing isn't auto-tuned at all, so that rules out the possibility that his voice just sounds like that for his latest albums.
What? His latest albums have auto-tune?
Yeah. Maybe his voice just sounds like that. Maybe it's not.
Yeah, Ringo's become part of the Borg. But honestly, this is a real fun song. Yes. I mean, it's bubbly, it's sunny, it's got zero subtext. It's just a fun underwater adventure.
Yep. Jumping to track number 6, if you're ready.
Yes, track number 6. I Want You. She's So Heavy.
Why is that the subtitle?
Well, because they say it a lot.
The I Want You, they certainly say a lot. I think I got caught up in... there's another overlap here. I'll wait till we get to it. But, we got an interesting duet here at the start with the vocals and guitar. It could use a few more words for the song that's double the length of anything else on the album.
There's really like 2 sections of this song where like the first one is a lot more bluesy, a lot kind of very come together, right? I don't know, when it gets to like the chorus, like in the like the synth starts to come in, I get like legitimate like prog rock vibes. Maybe I'm just going crazy here, but like they get like very in your face with it.
Mm-hmm. Around the 150 mark, we get some killer keyboard playing coming in the right ear, and then it falls into a groove that is very reminiscent of Black Magic Woman, I thought, which I'm sure we've talked about this before. Apparently Black Magic Woman was written by Fleetwood Mac. I only know the Santana version.
I mean, this does, honestly, I was thinking about this before, but that groove does almost give me Santana vibes.
Yeah.
Frodo, obviously predating him by a couple decades, but...
Well, it does, but the Black Magic Woman by Fleetwood Mac came out, and then like 2 years later, Santana covered it.
Oh, well.
Maybe it was,
maybe he's got the most famous version,
but it was. We've had this conversation before with artists of this era. Just the instant a song comes out, like, oh, that's pretty good. It's kind of popular. Yeah, I'm going to do that one.
The Insta cover.
Yeah, the Insta cover.
Which, I mean, the Beatles also did in their earlier albums, especially.
Yeah. I feel like people don't generally do covers that much these days.
Not like as quickly as like, certainly not covers of songs that just came out.
Nor do they change it up very much.
So, if you're covering like a classic, who are you to completely alter it?
Yeah.
So yeah, the synth organ on the song kind of goes wild, which I love. Especially when like that She's So Heavy chorus comes in.
Yeah.
And like the stacked vocals and they're like leaning off each other. Ooh, gives me chills.
And then we got that final third of the song being that building with the guitar epic.
Yeah,
Rising
just like
sound
this
of wind and bass guitar.
It's like this really bassy, like main melodic line that just like it just digs into it for like 3 minutes straight.
Mm-hmm.
Which sounds like it could be annoying, right? It's not like a super complex line.
No.
But like you said, it just kind of gets heavier. Ooh, and like the wind and the sound kind of comes into the background. And then it just cuts off right at the end.
Hard cut. Terrible
hard cut.
Come on.
Honestly, I love it.
If anything deserves a fade, come on, it's this.
No, it's so cold. Like just, it's gone. Like the super like heavy bass, and then just side one's done. You're done.
No. I disagree.
No, I really like it.
To each their own. I will say, you can tell when I don't really know the song very well because I actually start analyzing it rather than writing jokes. So, speaking of, jumping to side 2, track 7, if you're ready, Coop.
Yes, side 2, track 7. Here Comes the Sun.
And I'm pretty sure I had heard this one before. It was I think the first time I heard it was in B Movie, right? At the ending.
Okay, all right. This is the most played album on the or most played song on this album. Surprisingly,
it's very
1.6 billion plays.
Damn, they made a whole 25 cents from that.
Oh man, but yeah, this is a drastic change of energy. Obviously, it's the first track on side 2, so I guess the idea was you flip the vinyl. It's like ooh, complete change. Which also why I like the hard cut off.
Fair enough.
And it's the other Harrison song on this album.
Yep.
You can tell because it's not about murdering people, and it just has weird sex connotations, and it's not about the ocean. So it rules out everyone else.
I mean, that's very true.
George is just out here wanting to write a nice love song, and he's like, these freaks, these weirdos, let me write my songs.
Not you, Ringo, you're fine.
George, can you help me write my octopus song? Yeah, sure, Ringo, I got an afternoon. I went to blow into the milk while I make it. Or so mean to Ringo.
Look, I think you'd take it. He's a fucking multi-millionaire, if not billionaire. So.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. He's doing just fine.
Yeah. Well, maybe not with how many bad albums he's releasing. Maybe he's the tax.
Oh, I'm sure
calling to come in.
No, I'm sure he still makes a lot of money. It's the Beatles.
Yeah.
I'm sure he makes plenty of money off of it.
But Here Comes the Sun, very bright, very cheery acoustic guitar. Only in the left ear. I would like a little more if it wasn't. But you know, that's the Beatles. Nice chirpy synth that I quite liked.
Yeah, it's kind of it's got a folksy vibe to it. It reminds me of Paper Mache Dream Balloon more than anything.
Yeah, I wish I could listen to that more.
Oh, that's such a good album. Fun fact: this is George wrote this song while avoiding a Beatles business meeting. About how that made him feel good.
Yeah, that feels accurate.
So the next time you decide to skip out on a lunch meeting,
I just have to write one of the most popular songs of all time.
Yeah,
is that what you're saying?
Yep. Yeah, super pleasant song.
Yeah. Feels almost short, but you know, we had an 8-minute prelude to that with the previous track. So, jump into track 8 if you're ready, Coop.
Yes, track number 8. Because.
This is a song. It's got some real fun synths, which I really like. The vocals and guitar fall a bit flat for me.
Whoa. Okay, the guitar is, a little pulled back, but the vocals? Those stacked heavy vocals?
Just for me. It's
a 3-part harmony.
Yeah.
Of John, Paul, and George, then stacked 3 times on top of that, so it's 9 voices.
It just doesn't do it for me.
What's going on here? These vocals are heavenly. Also, who do you think wrote this song? I'll give you a hint. The first lyric is about being turned on.
I'm gonna say, was it Ringo?
I don't think Ringo knows what sex is. No one ever taught him.
They kept saying they'd tell him when he was older, but then then they got shot and died, and
and Paul forgot.
Paul forgot and just left.
Yeah, no. This is. It's not acoustic or it's not a cappella, but it's got an extreme focus on the vocals, with mostly like an electric harpsichord backing. Which, come on, how do you not like those harmonies? Even squeezes a little synth solo.
Yeah, no, I love the synth on this. It's just the rest of it wasn't doing it for me.
I don't know. I kind of like how ghostly it is. It has a almost melancholic element to it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it turned on by knowing that the world is round.
Yeah. Yeah. There's some questionable lyrics in this. Not as questionable as other songs, but
who's to judge?
We are.
The Beatles aren't flat earthers, right? Let's take our wins.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. I think that's more of a modern phenomenon.
All right, you want to go to the next track then?
Jumping to track 9, yes.
Yes, track number 9, You Never Give Me Your Money. And this is a start to what's kind of generally known as the Abbey Road medley.
The long one.
Because like basically here to the end of the album is like not like one song, they're broken up, but they all like kind of share DNA and like run into each other. Mm-hmm. Which actually, McCartney and their producer, George Martin, they were like, this is, the band's deteriorating. This is probably going to be the last album we ever make. So let's just end on a high note. Mm-hmm. So this literally was this whole like span of songs just written as like the finale of the Beatles as a band, really. And it starts with this song. Mm-hmm.
Which starts with immediately begging for money, which, freeloader.
Which, but it's presented in like this very, somber tone with this nice little like melodic medley going through before like inexplicably goes into like a honky tonk direction.
A ragtime shift at 105. Yeah. With a very strange vocal performance in the right ear that slides to the left and gets higher in the mix as it goes. So it's like he's walking towards you while singing and then walking away.
Which is the classic McCartneyism right there.
Yeah. And it's got odd counting, electrical noise, clacking bottles and crickets in the background as well.
Yeah, this song is it's the longest from the medley, quote unquote. But it itself is like 3 songs in one. It's got like kind of the opening with the somber piano playing, to the honky tonk section, to kind of the group vocal section on the back end. Mm-hmm. Or it gets a little bit more rock and jammy. But yeah, it kind of has like an extended static noise and like cricket chirping lead out.
But the crickets do roll over to the next track number 10.
It's track number 10, Sun King, which has just the most peaceful opening. It's like a little bass guitar, a little drumming guitar with like some crickets in the background.
Yeah, really nice and low key.
Very like misty morning, like sun rising vibes.
Adds just one more word to the song Here Comes the Sun and pretends it's a new song.
I mean, this does not sound like Here Comes the Sun.
No, but the lyrics are identical aside from adding King.
In fact, you were mentioning Fleetwood Mac before. Mm-hmm. So George has straight up said that this was like based off of the Fleetwood Mac song Albatross.
Okay.
Where they're trying to get all like the reverb on the guitar.
Yeah.
And he said there in the recording, Lever just said, let's be Fleetwood Mac doing Albatross just to get it going. And then that kind of is where the song came from there.
I do quite like the quote unquote lyrics at the end, but turns out it's just gibberish.
Yeah, it's like faux romance language.
Yeah.
Like you can hear like the word paparazzi in there. It's like they're just saying words that sound kind of vaguely Italian.
They say words that they know in other languages.
Which, yeah, they're just. I think the Beatles are just goofy guys. They just like goofing around.
Yeah, he was really goofing when John beat his wife.
Okay, well, hey, Ringo's pretty goofy. Yeah, I don't think he beat anyone.
That we know of.
I think it would have come out by now.
Probably would have.
Or, he's still around. He could still throw hands with someone.
Yeah.
By God, Ringo with the steel chair.
The cage match that everyone's always wanted to see: Paul McCartney versus Ringo. 2 Beatles enter, 1 leaves.
Peace and love, man.
The last
Peace and
living
love.
Beatle. Cage death match.
But Ringo, I thought you were all about peace and love. Well, I'm gonna love taking a piece out of you. Peace Paul McCartney to death in front of an audience. Now Ringo is the final Beatle.
I don't think anybody'd be disrespecting him if he did that. Jump into track 11 if you're ready.
Yes, track number 11. The Sun King leads right into track number 11, which is Me and Mr. Mustard. Which is decidedly more jaunty.
Yes, this one feels very of the era Beatles. I really would have loved to see this one fleshed out into a full song.
Yeah, I mean, from here on out, the songs get pretty bite-sized, like 1 to 2 minutes.
Yeah. If that. Sometimes flying by even faster.
Yeah, but it's a very jaunty rock tune. It's based on some article John read about a guy named John Mustard, who was, like, I guess, stealing, like, money or something. So he just decided to write a song about it because he thought it was funny.
Simple as.
Yeah. I mean, this one's barely over 1 minute.
Yeah, it's barely there. But it rolls into... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was about to say, it goes right next in the next song very smoothly. Track number 12, Polythene Pam.
I originally read that as Polyrhythm Pam, and I'm like, there's no way they did a polyrhythm song.
Microtonal Pam. They did go to India, you know?
Yeah. Well, George went to India.
Oh, yeah. Now, this feels like the kind of the payoff. I mean, Mr. Mustard, where they add a little bit more spice to the guitar.
They changed the mic to something way more tinny to do the vocals for this one, or at least put a filter on it.
Yeah, I kind of like it. It's kind of he's also doing like a bit of an accent.
Yeah, I couldn't place it.
It was I looked it up. It was well, first they were trying to talk about mythical Liverpool scrubber women dressed in jackboots and kilts. So it's done in like a very heavy, like Liverpoolian Scouse accent.
Mm.
So he's basically doing like a heavy parody version of his own accent.
Yeah, that's why I guess I couldn't place it. I was like, maybe it's the microphone making him sound weird.
And women love it when you call them acceptably built. That's it. Should be my go-to line.
Yep, that'll get you all the women. But it ends on a guitar solo that starts off very lackluster.
Yeah, it leads into it, but also kind of leads directly into the next song.
Yes, straight into track number 13.
Yes, track number 13. She came in through the bathroom window. Which is literally based on a fan breaking into Paul McCartney's house by coming in through his bathroom window.
That's kind of terrifying.
Yes. Don't worry, Ringo was there. He took care of things.
Stood in the doorway and she just kind of made a face and left.
Ringo, it's all right. I can call the police. No, Paul, I think I'm going to take care of this one, cracking his knuckles. Ringo, please, no, not again.
He beat her to death, just like he would do to Paul many years later. Her screams echoed in his head during that cage match as he beat him over the head with the same steel chair that he used to murder her all those years ago.
I'll never forget, he pointed at what was left of the body and pointed at me and said, "You." I didn't know what he meant at the time, but now I know. But no, this is another very tasty rock song that kind of has some dissonance on like the chorus as it builds forward.
I quite enjoy the use of the slapstick in this one, way back in the percussion.
And a solid use of bass guitar as well.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, at this point in the melody, all the songs are kind of building off on each other in terms of energy and vibe.
And it rolls right into track 14, if you're ready, Coop.
Yes, track number 14, Golden Slumbers. Which brings the energy down a little bit. It's a piano and violin cut.
This one, I was doing so well with pulling the songs I was thinking of out on this one, but third time's not the charm. The start of this one sounds so much like another Beatles song, but I cannot remember which one it was. Because as soon as the lyrics popped in, I forgot.
I mean, what other piano-led Beatles songs are you thinking of? I can't really think of it. I mean, it certainly changes completely by the time it gets to the chorus.
Yeah, it's whatever that little start thing is. It just I couldn't lock up once the lyrics came in. It left my brain. I couldn't get it back.
Is it Full on the Hill?
Maybe.
But
I could have sat down and gone through all the songs and figured it out, but these were going by so fast. I was like, if I pause, I'm gonna I'm gonna lose my connection.
No, yeah, but once it's the chorus, this song gets kind of grand. Like some like brass gets introduced.
Yeah.
And Paul says some serious stank on them vocals.
Yes.
Like when he hits smile, like smile.
I was more swept up by the fantastic brass, or at least a very brassy synth. I couldn't tell. It sounded like real brass, and actually some pretty decent drumming as well.
Why'd you sound so surprised when you said that, Sam?
We've just not really had a showcase of a drumming on this album, which we'll get to it soon. But
I know what you're talking about. I guess that's fair. Drumming has not been in the front here.
No, no. I think they might have muted Ringo's mic a couple times as a joke.
Oh, come on, he probably did the Maxwell Silver Hammer thing, the little ding ding.
Maybe. Or they didn't trust him with a hammer. I don't know. Especially after what Paul saw when that fan came through the window, you know.
Did not give this man a blunt object. He's dangerous enough with his fists.
But yeah, no, I really loved where this one went. It got very, very big instrumentally.
Yeah, it fits a lot into a minute 30 song.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the progression, the vocals, the lyrics even. It's like this like very soft, like, you know, lovely song. It's apparently based on like a poem called The Cradle Song.
Mm.
So I don't know. It's just got this sweetness to it.
It's a great song. Not very long though. Not very long.
But it leads directly into track number 15, if you're ready, Sam.
Yes.
Track number 15, Carry That Weight. Which, this is where the medley comes together for me.
The trumpet performance here is fantastic. We've got reprise of vocals from earlier, which is great.
Yeah, the horns come in and they start playing the Golden Slumbers main theme, and the lyrics are like Golden Slumbers continue on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they were cooking with this one.
I mean, honestly, I think I would have preferred if this was one 16-minute song.
I can see where you're coming from. I kind of respect how they're like each kind of segmented. Like they both work as individual songs and as a medley. I mean, I would say this is like the most obvious where like Golden Slumbers to Carry That Weight is basically the same song.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's like a continuation of the same song. But, you know, once it hits the bridge, it also has a continuation of You Never Give Me Your Money. Like,
yeah. That's what I'm saying. It wraps it too nicely. It really being one long song. I get that it's jumping around a lot, but that would have been so nice.
I don't know. I kind of like that it's separated because by the time you hit carry that weight, you kind of like okay, these are individual songs, but then they like keep bringing back elements. It's just like so tastefully done.
I can see that. Teach their own. Teach their own.
I just want to give these guys a little bit of attention. I really want to make sure they're getting their due.
Yeah. Yeah, and not enough people are talking about the Beatles. Jump into track 16 if you're ready, Coop.
Yes, track 16. The End. Which appropriate. Last song on their last, quote-unquote album.
Yep. And the only Ringo drum solo in all of Beatles' discography.
Yeah, so I was reading up on this. So throughout the album, everyone has solos, right? Either vocally or instrumentally, except for Ringo. And they wanted him like, hey, they kind of knew like, okay, this is going to be it. Ringo, we want you to do a drum solo. And he really did not want to do it.
Really?
Yes. Like they really had to ask him to like do a drum solo. Well, he did not want to do one.
To be fair, they shit on him constantly. So he was probably quite underconfident in his abilities.
And I mean, it's not like a great drum solo, but
But I mean, it's sure as hell better than I could do.
Yes, and it's fun. And it's also kind of nice that like their last song, like ever, they like gave Ringo a drum solo. Like I think they all hated each other by the end except for Ringo.
Yeah. Everybody brought Ringo in for different projects, but never each other. But that's the album. But wait, there's more.
Oh, hey, one more. I should say that at the very least, the end ends on this kind of like heavenly vocal send-off. Mm-hmm. They have like a nice little parting message about, giving back to the world. Mm-hmm. Being good.
It ends fantastically, and it's the perfect end to the final album. Except there's another track.
Track number 17, Her Majesty.
Which was supposed to be earlier on in the mix, but it got cut because it was a song about Paul wanting to bang the Queen.
I mean, it's not basic. It is.
That's what it is.
Yeah, this is I mean, it's a hidden track, right? So it's not listed, or when it was released, it wasn't originally listed.
Because there's 15 seconds of silence between the previous track and this one. At least 15.
And it's like a 20-second song. It's not even a song, right?
25 seconds.
It's like in a little acoustic cut with John, where they basically just kind of tacked it on at the back. And frankly, I mean, what's a more fitting Beatles end than a weirdo little cut about John wanting to bang the Queen, right?
Yep, that he wrote before when he got to the studio before everybody else.
Which you have to give to the Beatles, right? Despite their popularity, they were 9 times out of 10 they would make the funniest decision possible if given the opportunity. Which as a goofy lad myself, I highly respect.
I guess I can't shit on him for that because we both were referencing the Wikipedia for this because why wouldn't you? They were told, the audio engineer working that day was told to cut it, but he had been, I imagine, scared into never throwing anything away, so he left it on the end of the track. So then it went to the next audio engineer who was making the master tape, and he was told to remove it, but he had also been scared probably by John into never cutting anything. So it made it to the master tape, and the Beatles supposedly liked the effect, so they left it on.
Which, seems as good a reason to have it at the end of the album as any.
Yeah. Because where was it supposed to go? It was supposed to...
It's supposed to go right after Mean Mr. Mustard.
Which might make up... Because there was a fairly hard cut on Mean Mr. Mustard, which is from the very rough cut of this section of tape out of the reel.
Yeah, it's an interesting ending.
But that's
to an interesting band.
Yep, that's the legacy of the Beatles wanting to bang the Queen. How old was she in 69?
In 69? I mean, when she died, she was like 90 something. and that would have been 50 years. So she'd have been like, what, 40?
How old was... Because the Beatles were young.
I mean, John probably was in his early to mid-30s.
Really, 30s? Because didn't they start the band when they were like 18 or something?
Yeah, like they were like in their early 20s.
Were they 20s? I thought they were younger.
So he was probably like 33 or something.
Okay. I mean, that's not the craziest age gap in the world.
Wait a second, this could work.
I mean, maybe he did. Who knows? Man.
Now that would be a story. There's no way John would not brag about that.
This was Paul though singing about wanting to bang the Queen.
No, this was John Lennon.
Was it John? I thought it was Paul.
Yeah, it's a weirdo perv track. Of course, it's John.
Yeah, no, he totally would have bragged about that.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why he got shot.
Whoa, jeez, that's dark.
The King's a jealous lover.
No, he was just walking around outside in New York City. The classic blunder.
But that's the album.
That's the whole album.
We gotta say our favorite and least favorites now.
Ooh,
so what would you say your least favorite track is, Coop?
I mean, I won't count Her Majesty just because it's like so short.
Yeah.
So I'd probably say this is tough. They're all really good tracks.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd probably say "Oh Darling."
Really?
If I had to choose one.
Really?
Like I could do without that one.
God, seriously?
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's a fun 50s throwback song. But it doesn't really do anything. It doesn't do anything like it doesn't do anything special with it.
Yeah, sock hater. We get it.
No. There's more than just that reason. Then like, Maxwell Silverhammer would have gone right to Octopus's Garden. I don't think we would have lost much there.
No.
And yes, I don't like sock hop. Okay, sue me.
You're wrong, but
well, what's your least favorite then?
Because that's my least favorite.
Oh my God. I thought you were leading into I literally thought you were saying
No, because
is your least favorite?
I mean, I have to pick one.
Okay.
You picked "Oh Darling." You don't get to.
Okay. All right. You're right. I'm judging.
I just think it's one of the weakest songs on the track. I mean, it's still very good, but to me, I could skip it.
Okay.
Now, what about favorite?
Ooh, I mean, there's some good tracks, but I mean, I'll cheat a little and say "Golden Slumbers" and "To Carry That Weight." Like that payoff in the medley, right?
Really
like,
good.
Oh my God. Like those medleys, like the melodic line of like, "You never give me that money," with "Golden Slumbers." It all built up so good.
You got to listen to them all together though to get that effect.
I mean, it's honestly, I mean, what it's like the total length is it's like 60 minutes. I mean, we've listened to longer Pink Floyd songs than that.
Yeah, no, I'm not disparaging it at all, but I'm just saying if you were to pull those out, it doesn't quite have the same effect.
No, which is completely fair. But I mean, that kind of speaks to the power that I want to listen to the full medley just, to get to the end. And the medley itself is great, so.
No. But you know what does
what
have
about
the
you?
same effect if you pull it out?
What's that?
Maxwell's Silverhammer.
God damn it. Sam.
I really like that song.
The best song on Abbey Road?
My favorite. I didn't say best. My favorite
okay.
song.
You're right. Again, I'm judging.
I mean, I do actually. I really quite like "Oh Darling" as well. But then again, I'm also a sucker for sock hop. So, but I mean, I like "Here Comes the Sun," but it's getting to the point where I've heard it enough. I'm like, yeah, I know that one. It's good. It's a very good song, but it's not like, oh, you know what I really want to listen to? "Here Comes the Sun."
Okay, fair. So, are you saying you're pro Hammer Murder?
No, I'm pro granny songs.
Okay, that I believe.
Well, we got to rate it now.
We do. I think I did the rating system last week. If you want to do it this week, Sam.
Yes, you did. You did. Let me pull it up. So here at Audio Shop Podcast, we have a car-themed rating system. and this is actually because, and I feel this is a good enough time as any to announce this. We were actually chauffeurs for the Beatles back in the day, which is kind of why we haven't really touched on their music a ton, just because it's a little awkward, especially since Cooper did write Yellow Submarine and Ringo stole it from him, but we decided what's a little nod we can do towards that time of our lives, and car themed. We were chauffeurs, so it works out. So at the tip top we got Showroom, Cream of the Crop, Best of the Best. You have to listen to this. And then at bottom we got Scrapyard, 1 out of 5. Ooh, yuck, get it away from me, this is actively killing me. And then High and Low and everything in between, depending on what we're feeling for the day. So Cooper, what would you say you rate Abbey Road by the Beatles?
I mean, I'm not going to be original here. It's one of the best albums by one of the best-selling bands of all time. And obviously, again, white guy talking about the Beatles, who he likes them. But I got to give it a Showroom. It's shouldn't have been able to come together as well as it did. But because, it did something, really special. So, okay, that's the last one. Octopus's Garden? No, okay. No, but like, the band was literally dissolving during the recording sessions, right? Maxwell Silverhammer nearly killed John Lennon and Ringo. But that they still managed to crank out, for their final album, like, such a solid set of songs. And frankly, that's kind of, kind of have to respect the fact that they're like, yeah, this is definitely probably our last album. Let's just, put all into it and like have this really cool medley on the second half, and like, have a bunch of weirdo cuts in here that we just want to throw in because we can.
And we don't have anything else to pad out the album.
I mean, come on. Octopus's Garden. How could you get rid of that?
Oh, you can't. It's great.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's just so many solid tracks. It works together as an album. They obviously work together as singles because people have played them to death everywhere. And they're all really interesting songs in their own rights as well. So, I mean, I don't know, man. What else can I say? It's a great album.
Yeah.
I mean, I could say I recommend it, but who hasn't listened to at least some of the songs on this album?
Yeah.
Just through cultural osmosis.
What a surprise the white guy recommends the Beatles.
Truly original. What about you, Sam?
Showroom. Yeah. Maybe I'm gonna say low Showroom.
Oh, controversial.
It's a good album. Definitely not the best album we've ever listened to. I would say you got to listen to it at least for the cultural references. Even now, the Beatles are still somewhat relevant, although I would say their relevancy is fading every day. But
I mean, to be relevant 60 years after they put out the last album.
Yeah, that's true. For less than 10 years of being a band.
And I do want to stress, I mean, you say cultural relevancy, but it's also just good songs. Like, you can listen to Elvis for cultural relevancy, but like, I don't actively enjoy his music.
Well, that's because it's mostly sock hop, and you hate sock hop, but everybody loves blue suede shoes, just like everyone should love Maxwell Silverhammer.
I like the song too. I'm not saying it's a bad song.
Free Maxwell.
Okay. He literally murdered a judge at his own trial.
Based.
Maxwell did nothing wrong.
No, but it's a good album. Like I said, honestly, Maxwell Silverhammer is one of the Beatles songs I come back to the most. Any of Paul's stuff is a favorite of mine. So, if you this is the first you're hearing of the Beatles, maybe give them a listen, give them a chance, see if you like them.
If we can get just one person to listen to the Beatles, then I'll consider my job done.
Yeah, exactly. Very, very underrated, very barely listened to band. All right, well, that's the album. So now we're gonna roll on over to the spare tire, which is just whatever else we've been listening to for the past week, 2 weeks. Did we do one last
2 weeks?
Week?
We did not.
And honestly, I don't think I've been listening to that much. I've been listening to a lot of podcasts.
Oh, okay. No, that's good.
I was having to do some focus at work, so I listened through the Tron Legacy soundtrack again.
Classic.
I'd love to have a counter for how many times I've done that, because it is a lot. And then Justice, when I was doing my max everything out at the gym and see how much I can lift.
I mean, that's a good lifting album.
Yeah, it is. And then I did some Takanaka as well. But that's really been it. I've not been listening to a bunch. What about you, Coop? I'm sure you've got 17 micro musicians you've been listening to.
Wow, okay, micro musicians.
Underground bands.
I do like some. I mean, I did listen to this. Let's see, what did I listen to? Joey Valence and Bray released a new album, Hyper Youth. Very hype album, great running album. Little Sims released a new album fairly recently, Lotus, which is also fantastic. I also listened to, kind of on a whim, the album September by the band, I'm going to butcher this, Satya Aventura.
Okay.
Kind of interesting, like, Eastern European funk thing. Not sure why I listened to that, but it was good. But and also the new Mac DeMarco album. I'm a big Mac fan, and this is good, melodic singer-songwriter acoustic stuff that I quite like. So yeah, a little bit of a little sprinkling, a little smattering of different genres there. They're all relatively happy albums too. I got out of my dark phase that I was a few weeks ago.
Yeah, a little bit brighter.
Yeah, it's a good couple of weeks for new music.
Yeah. Well, we will not be doing one next week.
It will be Labor Day.
With Labor Day, I'll be drinking, and Cooper will be making a music video.
And drinking.
So we will see you in 2 weeks, maybe. We'll see. Have to talk about that. But if you've liked what you heard and you want to hear some more, you can go to our YouTube page, which if you're on Twitch, scroll down, picture Jeff Lynn. He's the guy with the aviators on. That'll take you to where most of our past episodes are. And if you're on YouTube and you want to berate us live and chat so we don't just get pop-ups of bots trying to get clicks, you can click the link in the description, and we also have a Blue Sky.
Yes, you can follow us at Audio Shop Pod, that's POD, at Blue Sky. We'll let you know what we're listening to and when we're listening to it.
And that's all we've got for you this week. We will see you next time.
See you later, shoppies.
See you.